Hi again! In today's video we will create our own website in probably the easiest and the quickest way possible. My guess is that this video will only be like few minutes long, but at the end of this video you will have your own website up and running, and you can then personalize it further any way you wish. Our website will also have public IP address, so you will be able to access it from anywhere in the world. So let's jump right in. And the service we need is called Lightsail. So what we need first is to search for that Lightsail service. And we can see launch and manage virtual private servers. Sounds similar to EC2. Well, it is EC2 actually in the background, but you can see the difference nearly immediately. First we can pick our location, where we want our server to be created. London was picked for me, but I can change it here. If I want one in Mumbai, why not? I can have it in Tokyo, but maybe let's stick to London as it was chosen by default. So my server will be in London and the website, and then we scroll down. We can choose the platform. We can choose Microsoft Windows, but notice you will have only system, you will have no programs installed. But if you pick Linux or Unix, you can see there is plenty of applications available that can be installed together with the operating system. So we can see the WordPress. It's a very popular platform to create web pages, but there is also Joomla, like a very popular Nginx web server. There is also Magento to create e-commerce websites. There is also PrestaShop, because maybe that's what you need. Maybe you want to set up an online shop and start selling stuff online. But I will choose maybe the default one, WordPress. So we will have Linux installed and WordPress at the same time. Then we can scroll further, and honestly, I don't think we need anything else here. Plus, as you can see, you have first 3 months available for free. So any server you pick out of those 3, the one for $3.50, $5 or $10, first 3 months are for free. But honestly, even after those 3 months, $3.50 per month, it's not bad, is it? So I will stick, default was this one, I think. Doesn't really matter for me, as it's only gonna be temporary. But anyway, we can scroll further. We can change the name for that server, although this doesn't really matter. I will call it Marex, what was it? WordPress. Okay, create instance. That's it. The server is being created. You can see it took only, 5 seconds? Not even 10 seconds. And it's grayed out, but I can refresh it. And you can see this now is blue and I can click on it. This will give us more information about our server. The most important bit is public IPv4 address. But what you can also see is Access WordPress Admin. This is the admin console for WordPress, and we will get back to that soon. First of all, let me copy that public IPv4 address. So I click on those rectangles, I click plus to create new tab, and I will paste it here. Paste and go, maybe. Nothing is going on yet, but you know what? Sometimes it takes a while, because this server has just been created, and I know it says running, but you know what? Let's give it like a minute or 2, or maybe even 5. So for the time being, I will just go back here and keep refreshing. Still nothing. So let me pause video and I will get back when it's up and running. Okay, let's try again now. Okay, it's doing something. You can see, alright, that's our website. I mean this is like a template that WordPress gives you, and you can simply play with that. So you've got some pictures, you've got some, you can, well, honestly, you can remove that all and create something completely different. But, if this template is close enough for you, you've got sample page, yes? So it's a sample that WordPress gives you, and we can amend it easily here. I mean, not here, but in the admin console. So I will show you also maybe how to access that admin console, might be useful. If you click that button, you can see the dashboard can be opened by clicking this link, like to WP admin. So I will click that, it will open yet another window, but we need credentials. So where I can find those credentials? If I go back here, maybe close that, you can see username is easy because it's user. I can copy that. Super lazy copying 4 letters, but never mind. So it's a user. And password, it's a bit more tricky, but it's not rocket science either. If we go back, you can see default WordPress admin password, retrieve default password. But before I click that, let's scroll down a little bit. Look here, connect using SSH. This button will let us connecting to this server, to the server itself, not to the website, but to our server, which is running that website. So if I click that, it opens another window, and this is my server. This is the private IP address of that server, and for example, if I run DFH, you will see it has 40 gig, because that was provisioned at the very beginning. It has 40 gig SSD drive, so if you want, you can install even more stuff, not just the website and web server, but we will need that for something else. We will need this to retrieve our password. If we go back here, or I can even scroll down, this is our public IP, because here you will see similar instruction, access default password. If we click on that, there is like a little instruction, but you know, it's very long and maybe unnecessarily, because what we really need, this is the instruction, look below. Somebody just pasted cat Bitnami application password, and this was their password. So what we can do, we can just copy that last line. It's exactly this command, this is what we need. So we will copy that, we will paste it here in our console, press enter, and this is our password. So now we can paste it here, and we will be able, maybe remember, well, I will remove this server shortly anyways, but... And this is the dashboard where we can manage our website, that sample page that they gave us. We can replace it, we can change something. Well, if we go back, we can see we've got one page, and it's a sample page, yes. If I edit it, you know, if I put whatever, Marek has new website, and I will update that. So now you can see page updated in the left down corner. So if I go to my website and refresh it, that sample page is now Marek has new website link. And that's it really. This is your WordPress website, but you can choose, like, you know, PrestaShop or whatever you want. The thing is, the server is already configured, the public IP already is available, so you can access it from anywhere, and it's probably the easiest and fastest way there is available. Plus, you have 3 months for free, so can't complain. Just remember at the end, if you do not use it, or if you think you might not play with it for a while, just remember to remove it. As always, like with EC2 instances, like with any other resources, you can do it even here. Those 3 little dots here will let you delete entire server. So you can see that big red button, delete instance. Yes, I want to delete it. Yes, delete. Protection system. Okay, and now the server is gone. So yeah, hope it's useful, and see you in next episode.